Right. Okay. So if you're taking like a private lesson, that teacher is supposed to sort of assess where you are, usually having strictly to do with what your actual skill base is or the way you're using your tools, your art materials, and the elements that you're using to create with. So your understandings of design, how to create a concept, how to create illusions like atmosphere and gravity, form, those kinds of things. Usually a lesson is about those kinds of things, and a lesson almost always in my mind means private lesson. That's like a one-on-one thing. So a workshop is basically that in a group setting. Your teacher should still try to go to each student and meet them where they're at, and basically get a grasp of what their understandings are, and then help them take a couple steps forward in their own mastery. And that's not the same as mentorship. So um, when someone's asking someone for mentorship, they're asking for someone to kind of be involved in their understanding over a period of time, usually a couple, 3, 6 months at least, and really trying to kind of put them under their wing and assess what their needs are and help them sort of elevate their work in a broader sense. That's not just how to do things like what are values, how to draw, that kind of stuff, but a broader sense of why they create, how they create, what that looks like for them, how to get past maybe plateaus they've been in it a long time, how to answer long time chronic problem questions that they keep coming up against. And essentially a mentor should be able to assess you for those things as a whole, not just your like your abilities to draw or your, the actual fundamentals, but to actually assess what you can and cannot do in your whole creative process. And that can even go into like your financial part of your process, which we will talk a lot about in this group. But this is a creative mentorship group, so it's really about how to like elevate your work from where it's at, intellectually learning what that looks like and what that means in actual practical terms. So if someone comes to me and says, let's just say in one of the group sessions, one student says, I struggle all the time with figuring out how to sell my work. I'll ask some questions back and we'll start a dialogue that everyone else can benefit on, and giving them practical things that they can do in order to get a grasp on how much they should be charging for their work, and where are the areas where they might want to actually think about marketing themselves or how to talk about themselves in a marketing sense. It's about as close to professional level mentorship you can get without actually being mentored by me for professional, specifically to help you benefit your business. That is a whole nother kind of mentorship. I have like brackets, I guess I should say, or types of mentorship that I offer. But this particular one that starts this month is creative mentorship. So it's going to kind of cover everything without being like heavily specific. When I go into my professional level mentorship to help someone, I'm talking to them about their taxes. I'm talking to them about how they're licensed in their state and all these other things that we won't be able to go over in a group setting. But it's sort of more like a holistic thing. And there's no topics that are going to be off limit for the group to discuss. And it'll be, and it always has been, such a fantastic networking and sort of community building space.